Patreon.com/the Walk-Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there.
Okay, so there was some news. We did bring up just the fact that I would love to see Kikuchi do well enough for long enough to give this team some time. Ricky Tiedemann being the big reason for that. And it was just announced today. Keegan Matheson tweeted out, of course, friend of the show and Jays reporter for MLB.com. He tweeted out, Blue Jays number one prospect Ricky Tiedemann was dealing with left shoulder soreness and was shut down for a few days recently. He's been throwing long toss and should throw a side session Wednesday. So obviously bad news, but let's not freak out. I do wish to remind everybody the amount of pitchers who have sore shoulders, sore
down by the seashore,
sore shoulders down by the seashore. Yeah, the amount of pitchers in spring training dealing with some shoulder soreness is pretty much all of them. I think that this is very much a precautionary move, and there's no reason to rush their number one prospect in spring training. So I don't think we should be reading too much into this. When you're trying to get through a spring, Craig, and you look at an organization, health is number one, right?
Look, as we said earlier, like literally, if something was on the line right now, I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. would be in a lineup somewhere, WBC or Blue Jays, if he absolutely had to. We're not at the time of the year where you do absolutely have to.
Speaking of Vladdy, we'll put some positivity out there because he ran the bases this weekend. He's feeling a lot better. The inflammation in his knee has subsided, and it looks like he is going to be good and ready to go. Keegan Matheson says in the next few days. So good news for the Blue Jays. Okay, Craig, that is everything that I had written down to talk with you, but I'm going to give you an opportunity here if there is any baseball related topics that you want to touch on before we call this thing a show.
Boy, none. Geez, we talked on the World Baseball Classic and we talked some Toronto Blue Jay baseball. I'm feeling like $1 million over here myself. The Adam tried in vain to get me on the Yusei Kikuchi train, and I denied it. So I think I've checked off everything I wanted to check off.
Everything you had to get to. Well, Thank you so much, my friend, for joining us. You know darn well we love it when you have the time, and you're welcome anytime. A big congratulations, and everyone listening right now, Locked On Jays podcast, new host Craig Ballard. That starts Monday, correct?
That is the goal. Yeah, there's some technical things to iron out and things like that, but I've got some meetings going on. It'll start at some point next week for sure. So on Twitter, I'm at Craig Ballard 77. I'll have all the announcements there. On TikTok, I believe it's Craig. Actually, why do I never know my TikTok? I think it's Craig_Ballard_ Jays Talk, JAYSTOK, like TikTok Jays Talk. But I'll have all the announcements there. As we talked about earlier, just appreciate the two of you and your influence on me for all of this and your help with all of this. And that is the potential bad news for the walk-off fans that don't like me. Is this does not mean this is the end of Craig Ballard on the walk-off podcast. No, that is
you
not
can't
happening.
get rid of him that easily.
No, this bald head will be back on. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to it. Thanks to everyone in the community who has spent the time to watch the episode. Hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, subscribe. Thank you very much, and we'll see everyone for Mailbag tomorrow. Cheers.
Bye, Dad.